Cool. Okay, welcome to Good Friday, Good Morning Pilates. I'm just going to turn on the Instagram live and we'll get into it. There it goes. Cool. So we're going to need some little arm weights, a chair or a Swiss ball. And if you've got a little bit of a stiff neck or stiff upper back, you might want a pillow that you can rest your head on when we do our book openings. I'm just going to go ahead and mute everyone on the Zoom meeting. And if you need to unmute yourself and ask a question, that's fine. Great. So we're just going to start with some breathing, lying onto our back. So if you lie onto your back, knees bent up, soles of the feet flat on the floor. And we're just going to connect to our pelvic floor and our deep abdominals. So just resting your hands on your lower tummy. Going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and draw your pelvic floor on. Draw your belly button towards your backbone. Let's do a few more breaths like this, just getting our connection. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Connecting to the pelvic floor, drawing in and up. Good. Take your time. Try and relax your shoulders. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just lying onto your back. Resting your hands on your tummy. And drawing out on that pelvic floor as you breathe out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Try and hold that connection on now as you inhale. Don't let it go. And then reconnect as you breathe out. Good. Let's reach the arms down by the side. Now we're going to go into our pelvic curl. We're going to exhale, tuck the tailbone under, gently imprint the low back into the mat and start to peel the spine off the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, hold it here. And then exhale, you're going to soften down through your breastbone, then through the rib cage, then through the low back, 1 vertebra at a time, going all the way to the mat. Inhale there at the bottom. Exhale, scoop the tummy in, start to roll up, healing up 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale, hold your connection on here as you breathe in. And then exhale, you're going to soften down through your breastbone, then through your rib cage, then through each of the vertebrae in your lower back, and then tailbone's the last thing to go flat. Inhale there. Exhale, rolling it up, healing up through the spine. Inhale, hold, and then exhale, rolling it up. Nice and 4 of these, breathing in, and then breathing out, pelvic curl. Curling up, inhale, hold it at the top, and then exhale to roll it back down. Last one now, breath in through the nose, breathing out, pelvic curl, navel to spine, peeling up from that tailbone end, all the way to your long line. Keep your tummy on here. You want to feel the work in the back of the legs, not in the low back. If you're feeling your low back, you might have to come down a little, so you keep tucked under, and then coming all the way down. Now we're going to do a flat back variation. So with the flat back variation, we don't tuck and lift. We keep the spine neutral, and we just lift from underneath the buttock there. We're going to lift the hips up, keeping the spine neutral. Inhale, you come down, touch the tailbone down. Exhale, you're lifting up. Inhale to lower. Think of the inside thigh staying engaged. Keep those knees tracking over your feet. Inhale, you come down. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale, down. If you want a little bit more work for the back of the legs, what you can do is pop the feet up on your chair. And just going to lift up a little higher. Inhale, down. Keeping that flat back. We're just hinging at the hip. 3 more. Breathe out to lift, pelvic floor, navel to spine. Inhale, you're coming down. Imagine your sit bones spreading apart. As you come up, they draw together. Coming apart, hinging at the hip, relaxing through the hip flexors. Work the back of the legs, lift you up and down. Very good. Now we're going to come a little bit, I'm just going to come a little bit away from the chair. If you've been using the chair, we're going to drop one knee out to the side so the bent knee fall out. Inhale, coming back. Exhale to open. Inhale, coming back. I'll show you from this angle just so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to lower one knee out to the side. Inhale, coming back. And the other knee out to the other side. Keeping the pelvis nice and still here in the middle. The knee drifts out to the side, but you don't let that opposite hip lift up at all. And anchor that left side as the right knee opens. One more each way. And the last one. Good, and then we're going to go into our single leg lift. We're going to float one leg up to tabletop. Inhale, lower. Other leg up to tabletop. Inhale, lower. And breathe out to lift. And then inhale, lower. Breathe out to lift. Inhale, lower. Good, one more each side. And down. And last one. And down. Now we're going to go into our spine twist. You can take the arms out to the side, bring the legs together, squeeze the knees and feet together. Inhale, you're going to roll the knees over to one side. Try and leave that opposite shoulder down. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, you're rolling over. Exhale, bring it back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So keeping those shoulders glued to the mat. Just rolling the hips from one side to the other. See how my feet are staying stacked on top of one another as I roll to the side. Now what you can do is bring the legs up into tabletop. And if you have your ball handy, you can have the legs up on the ball. Same movement through the pelvis. It's going to roll from side to side here. So it's in to go over and out to come back. If you don't have a ball and you want to try a little bit more challenging version, you just bring your legs up one at a time to tabletop, arms out to the side, breathe in to go over, breathe out to pull back. So you have the legs lifted. It's a little bit more challenge for the tummy muscles. If you're feeling this in your lower back, then go back to the version with the feet down on the floor or use a ball to support. Last one each way. Breathe in to go over and breathe out to come back. Very nice. Lower the feet down. You're going to bring the hands behind the head now. You're going to exhale and curl up through your head, neck and shoulders. Inhale, hold it there. And then exhale, come in. Breathing out to curl up through your head, neck and shoulders. Inhale, hold. Keep sliding those ribs down towards the hip. And then exhale back down. Breathe in here at the bottom. And then pelvic floor, navel to spine, curling up, trying to come all the way up off the tips of the shoulder blades. Breath in there. And then breathing out to come down. And inhale, hold. And exhale to lower. Do 3 more of these. Let your head be heavy in your hands as you breathe out to come up. Inhale, hold. Exhale to come down. Good. Keep that connection happening. Breathing out to come up. Inhale, hold. Exhale down. Looking good, guys. Last one now. Breathing out to come up. Inhale, hold. Go down. We're just going to try a little bit of an oblique version now. So as you come up, you're going to rotate over to one side. Inhale back. Exhale, rotating to the other side. Inhale back. Breathing out to come up. Inhale. And then exhale. Up and across. Inhale back down. Exhaling up. Inhale down. Keep the tummy on. Keep the hips nice and still. Slide the rib across to the opposite hip. And keep those elbows wide. It's the rib coming across to the opposite hip, not the elbow with the knee. Nice one, guys. Now, I want you to get set up with your legs resting on your chair for the next couple, okay? So if you've got your chair nearby, if you've got your ball, you can rest your legs on your ball, that's fine too. It'll be a little bit more challenging because it's an unstable surface, unstable base. So rest the legs on top of the chair. We're going to curve forward. Breathe in here. Reach the arms towards the legs. Exhale, you're going to deepen the curl. Breathe out again. Arms go back and we go down. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Deepen your connection here. Lift a little higher. Take the arms back and rest it down. Exhale, curling up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, go a little higher. Arms come down and curling down. Exhale up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, scoop your belly in as you lift a little higher. Hands come back behind the head to support, and then down we go. 2 more. And reach. And a little higher. Coming back. Go try and leave your tailbone heavy on the mat. Just when you do that second lift, try and leave it down. Hands go back. And go. And then we're going to do another oblique exercise. We're going to curl up. We're going to reach one hand towards the opposite leg. You're coming across your body line. And we're going to do little pulses forward with this hand that's reaching. We're going to try and reach past our thigh here. 3, 4, for 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Hand comes back behind the head, lower down. Coming up, going to pulse the other way. Reach across and twisting. 4, 1, 2, 3. Keep this opposite hip down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice work, guys. Curling all the way down. Let's just stretch the arms overhead. And then we're going to come into our hundreds. Well, no, it's kind of a full, it's a hundreds modification. So we're going to curl up, reaching the arms long. If your neck is a little bit sore, getting a little bit sore at the back there, or it's a bit tight in the front, you can always support your head with your hands, or just one hand, and pulse the other arm. We're going to hold it here and reach the arms, and we're going to pulse 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to feel the work in the tummy. If you're getting back pain or neck pain, just adjust your position. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Want a little more challenge? Let's stretch one leg away. Reach it long. Hold it here for 2 breaths. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the leg down. Other leg reaches away. 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice work. Lower them back, both back down. Got a few more to go. We can bring the legs to tabletop if you want a little bit more challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the tummy on. Nice. Last breath now. Try and curl a little higher. And coming all the way down. Lower the legs, lower the head, reach the arms overhead. Nice work, guys. Now we're going to wiggle onto our side. Bottom arm's your pillow, or if you prefer, you can use an actual pillow. So get set up in side lying. You want to feel that your underneath side is connected. And we're going to do a little clam. Push this chair out of the way for me right now. So in this bent leg position, your feet are kind of lined up with your tailbone. So if you were, they say you can line up with the back of your mat. So you've got your spine and your feet in one line, and your knees are bent forward of that line. We're going to keep the hips stacked, so you don't want to roll the pelvis forward or back. And you're going to lift the knee up. Inhale down. Really squeeze the heels together and think of rolling this thigh bone out. Inhale down. If you want a little bit more, I guess, work is the correct term, what you can do is bring your hand weight and rest it on your thigh. And that's going to add a little bit more resistance to the situation. Breathing out, keeping the tummy on, keeping the hips still. Exhale. And inhale. Looking good, guys. Yeah, keep the hips nice and still. Just the knee lifting, just the thigh rolling in the hip socket. And last one. Good, and then we're going to go leg out straight here. Turn the toes down towards the floor, so you're a little bit rolling the thigh bone in. I'm going to tap it down, lift it up. Tap it down, lift it up. Good. Really important to keep this underneath side working as the leg lifts. What you don't want is a situation where the pelvis is doing this. You just want the leg moving and the hip socket, nothing else moving through your midline. Nice and balanced here. That's it. Trying to get into these glute medius muscles here. If you're really struggling with lying on your side, you can do the same movement standing. So this will be your standing leg, the one that's bent, and then you'll be kicking the other leg out to the side, but try not to hike the hip. Yeah, just a sideways movement with the leg. Abduction. And last one there. Good. Give it a little pat, pat, pat. Going to try and bring this foot in front now and straighten the bottom leg out. And we're going to lift and lower that bottom leg. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Still keeping the pelvis nice and steady. Lift and lower. Good. Let's do 3 more. Working the inside thigh of the underneath leg. Excellent. And then let's switch sides. So we're going to, either you can roll over or you can swing your legs the other way. Probably want to swing your legs the other way so you can get a bit of a visual of what you're up to. And we're going to go into our clam. So we're lifting the knee and lowering down. Squeeze the heels together. That's it, rolling this thigh bone out as you lift the knee up. Keep your underneath side working. Watch out for this top hip wanting to roll back. We want to keep it, that's your job of your abdominals, your obliques. They're going to keep the pelvis nice and still. Opening the hip up. Squeezing the glutes here at the back. That's where you want to feel it, in those glutes. If you're getting too much through the quad and the hip flexor, try taking your feet back a little bit further. But just be aware when you take the feet back, you have to work harder through your abdominals. It's easier for the lower back to want to kick in. But it's harder for the hip flexors to overwork. And last one. Very nice, guys. Let's bend this bottom knee forward a little bit again. Top leg out straight. Turn the toes down. And then you tap the toes down, lift the back of the knee and the heel up to the ceiling. That's it. Think of that underneath side, and we don't want the pelvis moving. We want to just lift the leg to the side, lower, tap the toes down. Back of the knee and the heel lifting up towards the ceiling, and then lowering and tapping the toes down. Good. And then I'm going to bend this top leg in front and flex that underneath foot. And you're going to lift and lower the underneath leg. That's it. Lower and lift. And lower and lift. Working the inside thigh of that underneath leg. 2 more. Good one, guys. Awesome. Now, it's going to come onto our tummy while we're on the ground here. Good opportunity to do some prone leg lifts. You're going to rest your head down. So the forehead's in the back of your hands. Going to draw your abdominals on. We're just going to do a few breaths here where we're drawing the tummy away from the mat. Doesn't have to physically lift off the mat, but that's the feeling you want to get, that you're drawing your belly button towards your backbone. So you inhale, breathing into the back of your lungs. And then exhale, you're lifting the abdominals away from the mat. We're not pushing into the arms or trying to lift the hips up. It's just internal, just those internal muscles squeezing. So the pelvic floor and the deep tummy muscles are getting their connection happening. And then we're going to stretch one leg away on the breath out. So breathing out to lift the leg up. And inhale to lower. Exhale, stretching that leg away. And then lower. Breath out. More about length than height, this one. You're really stretching the leg away from the hip socket. Reach it out of the hip socket. Try and lift the leg from the crease of the buttock, just under the crease of the buttock. That's where you want to be lifting from. If you're feeling it in your lower back, you might be going too high, and it's starting to arch. So you're only lifting as high as you can keep your support on through the front here. The abdominals support the lower back and stop it from overworking. We want the glutes and the hamstrings to do that lifting and lengthening. Last one now. Excellent. And then we're just going to do a little bit of warming up the shoulders and the upper back. You can rest your forehead down on the mat. And we're going to have the elbows in a goalpost position. I'll just sit up and show you the goalpost position. And then we're going to hover the hands off. We're going to dig the elbows in first into the mat. And exhale. We're going to lift just the hands off. Inhale down. Exhale. Lifting the hands up. Inhale lower. Exhale. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. Nice, guys. Breath out. Good. And now we're going to lift the hands up, and we're going to lift the elbows off, but keep the arm angling upward. And then down and down. I want you guys to keep your forehead on the ground at this stage. Hands, elbows, and elbows come down, and hands come down. The hands roll off, forearm comes off, elbows raise off. Bring the elbows down, bring the forearm down. Two more. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down away from the ears. And now we're going to add in lifting the head as well. Head and hands, elbows. Elbows go down, head and hands go down. Slide those shoulder blades down your back. Lift the elbows off, but keep the rotation. Keep the external rotation. The elbows lift off, but the hands stay above the elbows. Very good. And then we're just going to sit back into a child pose, or if a child pose is not comfortable for you, then come into a quadruped position, an all fours position. If that still doesn't work for your knees, we're just going to round the lower back. So if you've got sore knees, or you just don't like kneeling, you can just lean on something, the ball or your chair. And we're going to exhale, we're going to scoop the tummy and tuck under, and then come back to a flat back. Scoop the tummy and tuck under, and then back to a flat back. Good. Exhale, around, and have to come back. Nice. Drawing those abdominals up, just lengthening a little bit. Now here in this cat stretch, just pause in this position. I'm doing it a little bit, and I'm sure some of you are too. Sometimes we tend to over round through our upper back. So let's just soften the upper back curve a little bit and focus on getting that curve more in the lower back. So we're drawing the abdominals up, but we're not really pressing through the hands as hard as we can. You just want what we call a gradual C curve. Come back to flat back. So I want you to keep a little bit of connection between your shoulder blades. Scoop the tummy in. Draw the pubic bone towards the belly button. Let the head just gently hang down. And then coming back to that flat back, find your length from the tip of your tailbone to the crown of your head. Scoop the tummy in, let the head hang down. Nice. And draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Now, let's just give those wrists a little shake out. If you are not on all fours, if you're just standing, resting on the chair, resting on the ball, then this one might not be for you, but we're going to do the opposite arm and leg in the quadruped. So there is an option to do it over your ball or draped over your chair. So your chair, you'll be resting on the seat of the chair and your arms and legs will be straight. And you can do opposite arm and leg lifting here. So that's an option if your knees don't like to be knelt on. But for the rest of us, here we are, we're on all fours. I'm going to slide the opposite arm and leg out and then exhale, float the hand and the foot up. Inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, bring them in. You're trying to keep your shoulders and your hips level. So as the arm and the leg drift up, we're not rotating through the trunk or lifting through the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, float the arm and the leg. Inhale down, and then coming back. So you're trying to have a stillness through your lower back. Inhale, slide them out. Exhale, float the arm and the leg up. Bring them back down. Breathing out to come in. Inhale, slide the arm and the leg out. Exhale, float the arm and the leg up, but keep drawing the shoulder down. Inhale, drift it back. Exhale, hinge at the hip as you come in. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, lower. Bring it in. Slide the leg out. Arm and leg goes up. Good. One more each way. Nice work, guys. Last one. Good stuff. Let's give those wrists a little shake out. Roll them together. Good job. So we are going to come and do our little bit of arm work now. I'm going to sit on the ball, but you can either stand or sit on your chair. So you need to get your little arm weights that you have ready. Or if you have a shoulder injury and you want to just use the weight of your arms, that's fine too. So we're going to start with the hands or weights or whatever you've got in your hands, palms up, elbows tucked in, and we're going to externally rotate. Breath out as you open and as you come back in. Good. So we're trying to roll the upper arm, the humerus, the upper arm bone, roll externally rotate. So roll it out within the shoulder socket. So what you want to feel like there's a hinge here at the top of the shoulder, and this your arm is like the door swinging on the hinge. Breath out to open, breath in to come in. Good, hold it in that out position, and then we're going to stretch the arms out to straight, bring them back in, and then roll them in. Open, arms go out, but shoulders still drawing down, elbows tuck in, and then coming back in. So often what will happen is the arms straighten and the shoulders will want to go up by the ears. So that's your challenge, is to keep that connection. Keep the shoulder blades sliding down as the arms reach out. For some people, you may find that you can't straighten all the way. You might find you get to there, and then if you do that last bit, oh, they pop up. So find your range that you can keep your, we call it scapular stability, but basically your shoulder blades sliding down. As you reach the arms away, go to your challenge point where you can keep that connection of the shoulder blades sliding down your back towards your back pockets. One more. And out, switching up. Good. And then we're just going to do some bicep curls. So you're curling the elbow, straightening it out. Curling. Keep broad through the chest. Keep those collarbones spreading apart. They're going to come in here, palms facing each other. We're going to go up, we're going to lead. We're going to keep the arm at a right angle and just lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. There's more for your deltoids. That shoulder, I guess it's a shoulder pad muscle where you people put shoulder pads to pretend like they've got deltoids. I'm glad that's not a trend anymore. Open up. And good. So the arms going up, but the shoulder blades still drawing down. That's still focusing on that scapular stability. If you're feeling discomfort in your neck, try bringing your elbows a little bit in front, so it's not so much behind. That can sometimes make the neck tighten up. And two more. Last one. I'm going to go arms out, so a little bit on a, we call it a wide V. So it's not all the way the T, a little bit forward. It's the same angle that your shoulder blades sit on your back, and we're going to do little tiny elbow extensions. That's it. Let's do 10 or 20 here. Keep thinking about this connection of the lat, drawing the arm down as you're stretching the arm away. I quite like doing these ones standing, but if you're standing, you may want to soften your knees a little bit and just drop your tailbone down towards the mat so you're not tightening up in your lower back. Go into a little mini squat with soft elbows and soft knees. I'll show you the standing position. So you're just going to be a little bit bent. Tailbone dropping down. Good. Shake those arms out. And then we're going to do little pulses. That's it. Good. Nice work, guys. Keep going with those. Sit back down so my head's not chopped off. Excellent. Shake it out a little bit. Now we did this standing arm series the other week. So you can do it leaning up against the wall. I don't know if any of you are at a place where you can lean up against the wall, or if you've got light enough weights, you can do it freestanding, or if the weights start to feel too heavy, just do it with your arms. Just do it with the weight of the arms. So we're going to come up to shoulder height. Going to reach up overhead, and then we're going to go down through the middle and down. Shoulder height. Check those shoulder blades. Arms go up, but shoulders stay down. Down. Lift and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to shoulder height. Exhale, the arms go up. Still connecting to my pelvic floor with each breath out. Inhale, exhale, inhale. In front. Good. That's it. I'll show you the side on. Lift in, breath out. If you're leaning against the wall, it's great because you can really feel if your ribs start to flare here. You've got that feedback of the wall behind you. Breath in, breath out. Two more. Keep the back of the neck long. You don't want the neck helping. It's all arms. Good. And then we're going to go out to the side for our abduction. So you're there, and then you're up. with a V and down. Wide V and up. Wide V and down. Nice work. As you go from out to up, you want to think of rolling the arm a little bit. So you're creating space. So as I go from this wide V to up overhead, I'm thinking of bringing the back edge of the armpit towards the front. And with the little finger side towards the front. And that will help to roll the head of the humerus in that shoulder socket, in that glenoid. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lovely. I love seeing everyone doing it standing. And it's a real workout. Nice one. Get a little shake out. We're going to do circles low. They're going to be to the shoulder level, out to the side, and down. To the shoulder level, out to the side, and down. And then one more this way. I'm going to go the reverse. Out to shoulder height, come in front. And good. So you go to your wide V, come across, and down. Wide V, come across, and down. Now, if that feels like enough for you, do another set going the reverse direction. If you want a little bit more challenge, we're going to do overhead circles. So you go up and out and lifting up. Keep the ribs drawing down as the arms go up. Arms go up, ribs draw down. Still thinking pelvic floor. We want those abs to be working as much as the arms in the back. And one more this way. Good. And reverse. Out and up and down. Good. Keep it with the low circles. If this is a little bit too challenging for you, keep with the low circles. Or just do it with the weight of the arms. You don't have to do it with weights. Still working upper back muscles, still working the arm muscles. If you just do it with the weight of your own arms. Last one. Very nice. Now, we're just going to come and do a little bit of a tricep press. So, you can do it just on a bit of a forward lean here. This is my recommendation. So you press it back like so. If you find that this is killing your back or this isn't working for you, you can bring one hand down onto a support, onto a chair, and just do one side at a time. Sometimes having that third connection can just make it a little bit more, a little bit easier to engage your abdominals. But I would recommend doing both at the same time if you can. Just keep pulling that belly button in. I pointed nowhere near my belly button, it's down here. That's so pressing back. What you want to do to get your tricep really working is go all the way to straight. Okay? The elbow fully extends. If you miss out that last little bit, you're missing most of the work in the tricep. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, coming in. That's it. Nice work, guys. If you're doing one arm at a time, swap sides now. Do the other side. Keep feeling those muscles between the shoulder blades. Pulling the shoulder blades back and down. Open the chest up. 2 more. Last one. Hold it straight, and we're going to pulse with straight arms. 2, 3, 4. That's it. Keep the chest proud. Lift your chest up a little bit, everyone. Belly button in, flat back, flat back. Energy out through the crown of the head. Straight arms pushing back behind you. Lift the little finger to the ceiling. 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Shake them out. Let's just ditch those weights now. I don't think we need them for anything else. Now shake out your arms and your forearms. Let's come down and do a bit of a wrist stretch. So on the mat, If you, again, if you don't like kneeling, you can put your hands on your chair and just stand behind it. But we're going to bring the flat of the palm onto the floor and then just sit back into a bit of a wrist stretch there. And just feel all these forearm muscles that have been gripping. Feel them get a little bit of a stretch out. That's it. And then we're going to turn the hand the other way and stretch back that way. And you feel it more up through here. Those forearm extensors. Pulling up into, or wrist extensors, yeah. Pulling up into the elbow here, the extensor origin. I don't know why, but my left one's way over my right. Mysterious. Another little round of figure eights. Good work, guys. Now I just want to do a few little stretches for our hips and a bit of thoracic rotation. Now, yeah, I'll keep the chair here because we might need to use it. So I want to do a kneeling lunge with the one knee back. If your knee doesn't love this, then you can kneel on your chair. Your chair's got arms like mine, it's a bit awkward, but just have one knee back. Maybe I can put my foot through the gap there. Oh yeah, that works better. So you're just trying to stretch the front of the hip here. Okay, so whether you're doing it on the mat or on the chair, either kneel on the chair or kneel on the mat. You can use the chair to help you stay balanced, that's quite nice. You can relax into it a bit more. Good, and then just want to walk that foot out a little bit and get a little bit of an adductor stretch through here. I'm going to come down onto my hands. The other way to stretch the adductors for you guys that don't love getting on the ground is you can just sit on your chair, spread the legs, and then that stretches through the inside thighs there if you lean forward. And you can lean to one side or to the other side. So you might come back and do that with everybody. Let's swap sides, everyone. So we'll do the other, stretch out the other hip. So bending the knee forward. Yes, Blakey. Say hi, Blakey.
I thought I found a heart.
You found a heart shape. Oh, that's cool.
At the lunch. At the pink lunch book.
Yeah, you go back with Daddy now. Oh, yeah, I'll see you later. Now turn your foot out and come down into your adductor stretch. That's it. So I've just taken this leg a little bit wider and then coming down inside the leg to stretch the inside thigh. Nice one, guys. Yes, let's sit on our chair, or you can just sit on the mat with the legs out straight out to the sides, or sit on your chair. And we're just going to lean forward and just stretch out both adductors at the same time. Trying to keep a bit of a flat back. I'll just show you the back position. So when you lean forward, you don't want to round. You want to keep your back straight and just hinge forward as far as you can. Okay. And then you can roll your thigh bones in and out for a little bit more loosening of the hip socket. Good, and then we're going to go over to one side, or you can come forward over that leg. I'm feeling like we might need to do a bit of a mermaid actually, now that we're down here. Let's switch sides. Coming into that, stretching the side, the leg that you're leaning towards, stretching that one a bit more. Side bend, and then turning, bring your chest down towards your knee. Good, so with the mermaid on the mat, I like to do it sitting cross-legged. You can do it sitting in the Z sit, but then you have to swap sides do one way and then you do the other. If you sit cross-legged, you can do left and right. You can alternate. If you struggle to sit cross-legged, then you can get up on your chair and you're just gonna be cross-legged or be actually probably legs like a little bit apart. So I'll talk you through it from this seated position. So either cross-legged or sitting on the chair like this. So you're going to go over to one side, rest your hand on the mat, or if you're on the chair, you're going to run your hand down your leg. Inhale there. And then exhale, you're going to come down into a rotation. Inhale, open back up into that side bend. And then coming all the way back up. So inhale, going into a bit of a sideways, well, we call it a sideways T. And then exhale, you're going to twist down towards your leg. Inhale, open up into your side bend. And then use your abdominals to bring you back up. Sideways T, bit of a side bend. And then exhale, rotate towards your leg. Try and leave this hip behind, the one that's opposite to the direction you're twisting. Inhale, open up into your side stretch. And then coming back. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Open up into that side bend. And then coming up. Good, I'll just show you on the mat. For those of you that are doing it on the mat. Breathe in, sideways T. Exhale, twist around. Inhale, open up into your side bend. And then coming up. Stretching over. And then rotate. Inhale. And then coming back. And open. And back. And breath in. Twisting. Open up into that side stretch. One more each side, so bring this rib across to that opposite hip. Nice stretch. And back. And breath in. And twist. And open up. And coming back. Good work. Alrighty. So we're going to do a little bit of rear support now. So what we'll do is we'll come on to sitting on our mat, or if you struggle to get down on the mat, you can use the chair. Sitting on the chair, and you just scoot your bottom off the front, and you're going to lift up like so. Okay, so if we're on the mat, thinking shoulders pinned back, same with on the, I'm going to press through the soles of the feet and lift the hips up. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, open up the chest, stretch out those shoulders. Inhale, coming down, touch the tailbone down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, coming down. 3 more. Squeeze your bottom. If you prefer to have legs straight, that's the more, let's say it's the more advanced version. Honestly, I find it easier, but it just depends where you're stiff, I think, because I'm a little bit stiff in my shoulders. This one I don't have to, my body doesn't lift as high. Good work. So after that little bit of a challenge for the hamstrings, we're going to come back into a plank position. So if your wrists have had enough, you can go onto your elbows, either on the chair or on the mat. And we're just going to do a little bit of a bending the knee in. So it's called front support. So we'll be in this position, and you're going to pull one knee in, and then the other knee in. So on the mat version is like this. And we exhale, and exhale. Nice, keep those hips steady. Keep pushing those shoulder blades apart on your back. Push the chest away. And last one, each side. Nice work. Sit back into your child pose. Or if you're using the chair, just lean back into that position. Actually, let's come up into our down dog or up stretch position, and we'll just walk the calves out a little bit. So you're just going to march the feet in that and just stretch those calves out. That's it. Nice one, guys. 20 or so of those. Good work. And then we just want to stretch out our hamstrings. So if you're okay with kneeling, you can just bring the foot in front, then the tailbone back, stretch back like so. Or if you prefer to use the chair, it's better off standing. Just bring your leg up onto the chair. Send this tailbone back, send the sit bones back, and come into that hamstring stretch. Stretching down the back of this leg that's in front of your body. Good, keep breathing there. Keep connecting to your deep tummy muscles. Relax the shoulders, relax your neck. Each breath out, just soften into it a little bit more. Good, and switching sides. Bring the other leg up. Other leg in front if you're on the floor. That's it. And just breathing there. Try and keep that back flat. Lengthen that tailbone away. Draw the tummy on. Each breath out, just soften into it a little bit more. That's it. Cool. And then I just want to go into a bit of a spine stretch, spine twist combo. So you can do it sitting on the floor or on your chair with your legs out straight. So feet are wider apart than your mat. Arms out in front. So you want to be sitting up nice and tall with your spine. You don't want a roundy back. So if you've got a little bit tight hamstrings, you may need to bend the knees if you're on the floor. So the back's nice and tall to start. Exhale, you're going to round it forward. Inhale, hold it there. And then exhale, scoop the tummy in. Restack the spine. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, hold it there. And then exhale, scoop the tummy in. And restacking. So you're trying to get that sense of bending forward one vertebra at a time or curling forward one vertebra at a time. Until you're in the C curve position. Check the shoulders are down away from the ears in this position. Inhale here. And then scoop the toes. It's like someone's pulling you back from around your waist. And then you restack. Shoulders stay drawing down the whole time as I'm curling forward. Even here, I'm keeping the tummy on. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Scoop those abdominals. Restack the spine. One vertebra at a time. Check those shoulders are down. Exhale, curling forward. Breath in there. And then. Now you can keep going with this version if that's enough for you. I'm going to add in lifting the arms up. So you come to a straight body line. And then you're coming back to restack. Exhale, rolling forward. Breath in, go for that leg. Still shoulders drawing down. And then restacking. I'll just show you the front arm view. So you reach it forward. Arms go up. Shoulders still drawing down. And then scoop the tummy. Roll it back up. Exhale, we go forward. Inhale, the arms reach up, but the shoulders draw down. Exhale, scoop the tummy like someone's pulling you back from around your waist. And then restack the spine. Exhale, going forward. Inhale, I'm going leading with my thumbs, pushing back behind me. Tummy still engaged. And then rolling it back. One more, reach it forward. like your arms getting pulled from either end, stretching the fingertips up, but drawing the shoulder blades down, and then all the way back. Nice one, guys. Bring the legs together. Oh, actually, if you're on your chair, keep them apart because you'll need a bit of stability. If you're on the mat, bring them together. We're going to go into our spine twist. Arms are up, palms up. If you want, you can bring your weights back into it. If you want a little bit more work, and we're going to rotate and back. It's a double breath. 1, 2, back to center. Back to center. That's it, lifting tall. Back to center. And good. And last one. Nice work. And then we're just going to come onto our tummy and do a little bit of back extension and then finish with our book openings. So your forehead is going to be on the mat. I'm going to actually use my weights for a little bit extra work in the shoulders and the upper back. So you can hold your weights in your hands. I'm going to leave the forehead down for the first couple. I'm going to just turn my head to the side so you can see, but you'll be in this position. Okay, well, so you can hear, sorry, not so you can see. So I'm going to reach the arms back and turn the palms down. And then lower. Reach the arms back, turn the palms down. I'm still thinking of drawing my tummy on, drawing my pelvic floor on, drawing my belly button in to support the lower back. Exhale and rotate. Inhale and lower. Good, and then we're going to add in lifting the head and neck. So your eye line's going to be looking down at the mat. Exhale and rotate. The palms down towards the floor. Inhale, lower. Palms face the ceiling. Exhale, coming up. And then inhale, lower. You want to feel the work in your upper back and those muscles between the shoulder blades as you're coming up and down. Squeezing the upper back. Keeping the lower abs on so the low back's not overworking. And last one of these. Good. So you can keep using your weights if you want, or you can ditch your weights. We're just going to do a single arm variation. You're going to come up into your dart position. One arm's going to go to the side. Other arm's going to go to the side, and then both together, and then down. Coming up, one arm, other arm, and both. You don't need to use your weights for this one. It's sometimes just the weight of the arm is enough. One arm, other arm, and both, and again. One arm, other arm. Good. Last two. Sorry. One arm, other arm, and both. So if you without the weights, it'll just be one arm, other arm, keeping the shoulders down, and then nice work. Cool. And then just sit back into your child pose, or your cat stretch, or your lean over the ball, or chair, whatever works for you. And then we're just going to come into our book openings to finish. So you're laying onto your side, head resting down, or if you have a pillow on standby, pop your pillow in. Some people prefer to even have the arms like this so that their arm is like a little pillow. For me, I don't get enough rotation if I do it that way, so I'm going to do the long, the arms lengthened version. Good. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, rotate it back. Look towards that hand. Inhale there, enjoy that stretch. Exhale, de-rotate. Breathe in, breathe out. Think of the shoulder blades sliding down towards the floor. More so than the hand. It's not about the hand reaching the floor, it's about that shoulder blade and twisting in the trunk. rotating in the rib cage to get the hand back towards the floor. I think he's next to a plate.
I couldn't find him there. Oh. Okay, I might just look over there because that's where I was.
Okay.
Oh, and do you know?
Exhale, reaching back.
I've got
Last one on this side. Oh, if you would like, and then we're going to pop onto the other side. And just get that nice release through the shoulder girdle. Throw the breath in and breath out to twist back. Get set up with your pillow or your hand or whatever you'd like to do. Good. And inhale up, exhale, twisting back, looking back towards that hand. And just gonna enjoy that rotation. We've got the pec stretch here. Try and keep your try to keep your pelvis nice and still. As you're twisting through your thorax and the rib cage. Inhale, exhale. Nice work, guys. Last couple. You joined me for stretch last Sunday. You might remember the variation when we did the circles around. If you feel like your body needs a few circles, then you could go into those. Big chalk circles, like you've got a jumbo piece of chalk and you're drawing around on the carpet, and of course it can go the other way as well. So if you did those, if you're doing these on this side, you might want to go back to that first side and do a few circles on the first side just to even up. They're quite yummy, and they get rid of some little tight spots that sometimes just doing the straight book opening doesn't. Yeah. You can go the other way if you so desire. Cool, thanks for joining me today. That's all the punishment I have for you. Hopefully it wasn't too brutal. And you feel free to unmute yourselves. Bye, Instagram Live.
Thanks, Claire.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
you,
you.
Claire.
Yeah, feel free to unmute yourselves, guys. Now we're
See
all
ya.
done.
Thank you, and have a good weekend.
Yeah.